Welcome to this guided meditation practice. This is the Attentive Mind. My name is Nathan, and I'll be guiding you through this meditation practice today. All right, you have found yourself a sturdy and comfortable seated position. Your eyes can be either closed or open, and if they are open, your gaze is directed away from the screen and softly downwards. We'll just begin this practice by letting go of any kind of striving here. Any sense of becoming or learning, any effort to become better or happier. We just put it all down. And in fact, it's actually not so easy because the mind doesn't know how to just do this. It doesn't know how to stop trying. There's always thoughts about the future, the past, your story, other people's story, the story of the world, the story of your spiritual path, whatever. But you are not thoughts. You are not the story that is repeated in your head. So we'll just leave thinking alone, not shutting them off, not pushing them away or ignoring thoughts, but just letting them run, letting the mind do whatever it wants to. And we do this by directing our attention towards the breath. Notice the breath wherever you feel it the most. An important point here is notice. Noticing is different than concentrating or focusing on the breath. Noticing is a gentle awareness of breathing. So as you notice the breath, watch it carefully. Watch it gently as it goes in and out. And just follow this rhythm in and out. Without force, without focus, just noticing this rhythm in and out. And I'm probably catching you thinking right now. And notice how, when you are lost in thought, the breath is no longer seen. But this isn't a failure. This isn't wrong. This is the practice. You are almost guaranteed to get lost in thought. So don't judge. Just come back. When you notice that you're lost in thought, gently return to the breath. In and out. Come back. Come back to the breath. We are not waiting for thoughts to be quiet here. We're not waiting for them to fade away or to pass or for them to stop. Just let the mind think what it wants to. Let it go crazy with no boundary. You just don't have to give it your attention, that's all. Your attention can be with the breath as thinking happens. Thoughts can become kind of like the sounds outside your window, or the chatter around you at a coffee shop. Just noise. Return to the breath. Notice it as thinking happens. And let's just check in here for a little bit. Notice any aspect or any part of you right now that is putting in effort, even if it's subtle. Any kind of trying to pay attention to the breath, trying to leave thinking alone. Just see if you can release that tension. Just notice the breath, no force. Let thoughts take you over. It's okay. There's no outcome we need to seek. There's really nothing to do at all. Finally, finally, we don't need to be this, we don't need to be that. Just be. Let go of this control freak and completely rest with the breath. In and out. On our on our last live practice together, on Patreon. There was a After the practice, there's some time for questions and just general discussion. And somebody asked something that is really common, and I'd like to talk about here as well. And that's the feeling of when we practice, there are some good days and then there's some bad days. Meaning, like, sometimes the practice is working really well for us and I feel good. And then some days the practice isn't working well for us. And it seems like my mind is just continuously racing and I can't stop it. I can't seem to get under it and let it go. And it might be you know, and it's very common. It's not, it's literally, I think, everyone for, s- for a certain aspect of practice. Everyone faces their mind that is constantly racing. And the way I responded to this, I think, is the way I try to respond to it in my own life. Because this happens for me as well. You know, even this morning I had a, no, this morning is a great practice, but yesterday morning, it was very difficult. It just happens that way. And the moment that happens, when you're sitting and you feel like you can't stop thinking, you can't get out of the way, it's probably because you're trying to control. That to me is the biggest signal. The moment where I'm like, I just can't seem to have a good meditation, then there's a realization like, oh, wait a minute. Why am I trying to have a good meditation? Trying to have an outcome, an expectation of the way it should go is effort. It's trying to grab something for me. And that isn't practice. Practice is completely leaving everything alone, allowing it all to be as it is, even this mind that goes back and forth, running from this to that. We It's actually kind of the downside to having a good meditation practice once in a while, or some experience that was really grand. The downside to that is that, or the danger rather, is once we sit down to practice again, we're trying to get back to that place. We're trying to come back to that beautiful place. And because of that effort, we don't get there, right? This is why I emphasize as much as I can to let go of effort, let go of your expectations. Yesterday, when I noticed that it was going, like, man, what's going on? Blah, 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 blah. First off, I'm thinking about it, judging it. There's thoughts that's sweeping in and taking my attention, talking about the practice, having an expectation for the practice, judging the practice. That which sees it isn't a judgment. So it's like, oh, forget it, forget it. Let the mind be crazy. Let the mind think what it wants to. The moment I impose my opinion, my will, my effort, the water is being muddied. And then we trying to clear it. Like, come on, can I see it? I just want the water to get clear. And you're trying to shake the water and clear it with your hands, and it just makes it worse, right? So to leave thinking alone is to leave the water alone. Stop trying to control it. Stop trying to make it go clear. Stop having these, or it's not really right to say to stop doing it, but rather just know that that's what's really usually getting in the way, is this little control freak that's trying to have a good meditation rather than a bad meditation. So the advice I gave to this person is the same advice that I give, that I try to take as much as I can for myself, and what I'll give to you now, which is when you sit, give it all up. Allow yourself to get lost in thought. Just have this attitude of, it doesn't matter what happens. I'm going to sit and just see what happens. Not, I'm going to try to get something for myself. I'm just going to if today is a lost in thought day, I'm going to be lost in thought. No problem. If today is a great meditation day, I'm going to have a great meditation. Give up completely all expectations for the practice when you sit. Give it up. And just kind of discover what happens when we really do give it up. Not expecting anything, not grabbing for anything, not wondering why meditation isn't working for me, blah, blah, blah. It's that's all just more thinking. And practice isn't thought. You aren't thought. This moment isn't words. So judging the practice, trying to get into great meditative states will always and forever be a hindrance. So don't try to bring about any outcome. Don't try to bring about any pleasure. Don't try to bring about anything at all. Just sit. Which I always say, just sit for no reason at all. Let the future be empty. And let the past be empty as well. Just sit. Let me know if that helps. I hope that helps some of you who feel like it's just too much sometimes. And it's probably because you're trying to control. I go through it too. And that being said, I don't know if you know, but there's a Patreon, and it's been kind of great because we've been able to actually practice live on Zoom. We've had 2 live practices so far. I'm about to post the one we did this last Wednesday on Patreon, so you can see it if you missed it. But join the Patreon if you want to join our live practice. It's been really, really great to get to interact directly with y'all and being able to practice together. It's been so wonderful. So the link in the description is in the description below. I guess I'm one of those YouTubers who say that, but don't worry about it. I will never put ads on these videos, ever. So this will always remain free. The Monday, Wednesday, Friday meditations here will always remain free, and other videos that we'll do. But if you want a little extra, you want to join the community of the Attentive Mind, join the Patreon, and we'll see you on a Wednesday. So, thank you for your time today. Thank you for your attention, and have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And I'll see you Monday.